It's your man Mill. What's up, boys? I'm back with another trade recap. Today is January 29th, and I'm going over my trade today. I do want you guys to know that the trade that I did take today the trades that I took today ended up with me blowing my three accounts. I had 350k fundeds, and I blew them evaluations to be exact. They were evals, they weren't pass fundeds, and I did blow those accounts. I came into the day knowing that there was a possibility that I would blow them. I did not make myself prepared to blow them, and I mean that as in that's not the correct terminology. What I mean is like I did not go into it with a thought like, yeah, these accounts are going to get blown, but I did make sure that if they were blown, I was ready to take the next steps forward. Um, as you guys can see right here, we did end up taking a trade on MES or ES. This right here is the 8 o'clock candle, the 8 o'clock open. So just want to go in. I'm gonna start from the 4 hour and then we'll move to the 1 hour and we'll go into what we're going to. So obviously I did know going into the market that we were trading higher. I had a weekly low mapped out. I also had this high mapped out. And then I had some other daily lows mapped out. Obviously, we are at all-time highs, so there weren't many daily highs for me to map out, only the most recent ones, which I did do. And I did also see that we had this 4 hour right here. I also mapped out this very small 4 hour right here. And then because obviously this is when open was, so I came into the market and we were right here, so I was seeing that we were still respecting this level right here. And then one thing that I did miss, so let me go to the 1 hour and show you guys the 1 hour chart. This is what the 1 hour looks like. So as you can see, still got this 4 hour gap, and we did have a lot of 1 hour gaps all over the place. So we had a 1 hour gap right here, we had a 1 hour gap right here, we also had another 1 hour gap right here, and then this was the one that kind of not got me, but I didn't pay attention to the most. You know, never judge a gap by its size. You know what I'm saying? Never judge a gap by its size. That's a great lesson to learn. I'm probably gonna write that down in my journal. Don't judge a gap by its size. Now here we had this 1 hour bearish candle. Let me remove this just so you guys can see the wicks. We had this 1 hour bearish gap that was being respected and remain respected. So this is ultimately the mess up that led to us taking the trades that we took. I did forward back test it, and I went into, I don't think I necessarily had a setup out of this 1 hour gap. But basically what I did is I came into the market, and I came into the market pretty bullish because I didn't see this 1 hour gap. So you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, whatever. We go through. You got 8 o'clock right here, 9:30, 9:30, 9:30 dump. Let's go to the 15 minute. 9:30 dump. You know what I'm saying? And then this was the freaking candlestick. This John right here. This candlestick, right? This tap right back into the gap. And I just did not see it. I did not see it. On the 5 minute, it was a very manipulative candle. It was this candle right here. Right there. It was this candle right here. Tap back into the 5-15 minute. And after that, we left. We never said anything again. We never seen her again. And that is actually what I missed. So what I ended up doing was I waited. I was patient. I waited, and I waited till we got down here. Now, with the balance that I had in my account was not able to take my stop loss. So that is what happened. So I did end up taking two trades. The first trade I caught was a short right about to this level. I think I made about 130 bucks, 140 bucks. And then I was looking for longs. So I think what happened was I ended up entering longs and I was stop rated. So if I show you on the 1 minute, this is where I entered. I entered along right about here, and I got my stop losses right about here, and that is where I got stopped out. And basically what I mean by got stopped out is I did have a couple extra points on my stop loss. Actually, no. I think I actually did have it on this level, and then I got stopped out. But even before I got stopped out, I was taken out of the trade because my unrealized P&L was below the maximum loss limit. And that is what happened today, boys. If you want to know what I was really looking for, I'm pretty sure I had about a 1 hour gap down here somewhere. I was watching on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frames. I was seeing that we whipped, but we were pushing back and respecting this gap, obviously, right here. So, all that 1 minute stuff I'm showing you was all down here. I like to have the 1 hour and the 5 minute, 5 or 15 minute up, the 153, I mean the 135 or 15 minute up, just because I like to see how the candles respect and how they look on the hourly and 4 hour. And the trade would have played out, but I did not have the risk to hold the trade. And I think I would have got stop lost anyway because my stop wasn't pristine. I got stop rated. Um, and that's really what happened today. Another thing that I want to point out is I have been watching PB Trading's um, PB Trading Theory series, and I should have known. I was watching and I was listening to some of the new confluence. He was talking about his own confluences and just getting more narrative for the market. And basically, what ended up happening to me is I kind of took it a little bit too to heart, and I tried to implement that directly on the market without back testing it or building conviction in it. And what that made me do was I stopped kind of focusing on what my strategy is. So today I did make the rule that if I'm going to change risk, if I'm going to change entries, anything about my strategy, it needs to be physically put down on my trading plan document before I do that change. We ended up losing around, I think our loss was about 15K across the three accounts. 15K, $1,500 across the three accounts. It was about $500 on each account. A little bit less because, like I said, I didn't have the stop. I didn't have the cushion to take the risk. So we did get stop rated, and we blew our accounts. That's all there is to it. And the first thing I did was I journaled. I made sure to go to the gym to get my mind directly off the charts and to catch some more wins throughout my day. I went and got my hair braided. I hung out with some of the babies in my family, and we still had a very great day, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to experience the loss and be able to move from it and get better. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So that was the trade for today. The two trades I took, and that's another thing. I should have got off the market after my first trade. I'm only supposed to trade once. So to just give you guys a quick recap over what I did wrong is I did not follow my plan to a T. I tried to implement new confluences in another part of my strategy without back testing it and building conviction in it. I tried to I learned it yesterday and tried to do it today. That's the second thing I messed up on. And then the third thing I messed up on is kind of like not caring if I blown the accounts. They're coming up on a renewal phase, and basically I would prefer to blow the accounts and use the free reset before I get back to the renewal and I can no longer reset them. So I kind of use it as an excuse to give into FOMO, and I blew them. And I learned a lesson for sure. I definitely learned a lesson. So we're gonna bounce back, and we are gonna attack the market tomorrow and every fucking day after that. And that is the trade recap for today, boys. I'm so sorry I can't show you my entries and everything. It's actually because like I blew my account, so like I can't even log on to Trade Evade till I reset them. So that was the trading day for today, boys. It was a great day, nonetheless. Blessed to be awake. Fucking ad on YouTube. Great. It's your boy Mel. Check you boys out. Don't forget, we're still bullish on the 4 hour, baby.